What's happening, YouTube? This time I'm going to be doing a 6-player progressive card game. It was featured in one of Risk4Ever's subscriber games, which are held every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like to join, I'll be leaving the link in the comments, and you can join the server and participate as well. I would recommend joining and playing in the games because it's a great way to learn how to play the game, to learn how to play with others who are also really good, since there's a lot of high-ranked players. So this game started off like most progressive card games in which players are trying to stay spread out. As you can see, I have 4 different places across the map. So fast forwarding a little bit to the start of the first sets, the players are just playing normally, so nothing much really happened right now. We're just spreading out and trying to have multiple different armies across the map. And once the value of the sets becomes sufficiently high enough, it'll be worth it to take out some players who are weaker and have more cards, so that it would be worth it to take them out for their cards. So I can trade in my set for 10 and place it into the army in Siberia. I find it's a lot more efficient to have like one big army and then a bunch of smaller armies, rather than having multiple different medium-sized armies like the blue player is doing. Another thing that the blue player did, which was not so good, as you saw, was he took down those 4 troops of red, which is going to make it such that if red doesn't have a set, he's going to be an easier target now that he's only in 2 different points across the map. And so looks like red is unfortunate to not have a set right now, but the sets are still not high enough for it to be worth to take him out. As you can see, I have to go through blue or I have to go through green in order to get to his Africa army. And then in North America, he's blocked off from me by orange and blue. So it'll be too difficult to go for him right now, because especially since the value of the sets are only at around 20 right now, as you can see. My troops in Australia make it such that only either green or yellow would have the ability to take me out. Well, now that yellow moved his army outside of Australia, some players might be able to get me now, because I'm not actually blocked in there anymore. Okay, so something important happened at this turn. The red player didn't have a set, so now he's at 5 cards and in a huge danger of being taken out. So, well, there's nothing really much that he could do to prevent against that. So he just has to hope that he is spread out well enough and it's too difficult for any of the players to take him out. It looks like the orange player had a set at 4, and he could have potentially gone for red. However, as you can see, he wasted way too much time deliberating on how many troops to place. As you can see, he didn't need to put 30 troops there. He could have just gone with 25. And then with those 5 extra troops, he could have taken out the Red's army in North America and fully taken him out. But since he took so long and he didn't place his troops correctly, now I have the ability to take out the red player and get his 5 cards, it's definitely worth it right now. even though I have to go through some of Blue's troops along the way. Right, so I can finish him off from the North American side, from Europe. And then I can get back 35 troops. And if I have enough time, I might be able to go for the blue player. Especially if I deploy my troops correctly. However, the timer is running out, so I didn't want to risk it. It would have been a little bit of a risk to try to go for the blue player, so I just end up ending my turn. So the blue player actually decides to go for yellow. It's worth it for 4 cards. As you can see, he was able to take him out. And then now he can trade in another set, so it's down to the final 4 players. At this point, he continues taking multiple different territories, even though he's not really at any danger of being taken out. So that wasn't really necessary. The green player is probably the weakest and at the highest risk of being taken out right now. Once he gets 1 more or 2 more cards, then I would probably consider going for either him or the blue player. The orange player actually ends up, disconnecting at this point. So he doesn't actually do anything. He goes and becomes a bot. As I saw, I checked his profile. It showed he was offline. Right, so at the very end, the bot took over for him and attacked some territories in Europe. At this point, I could have gone for either green or blue. It would have been a little bit risky on blue. And even if I had successfully been able to take them out, I wouldn't have been able to turn in a set after doing that. So I decided just to turn in a set and not go for anyone. And not take that risk, because the reward really wasn't worth it. I mean, the risk was just a little bit too high for me to take that chance. But now, since blue and green didn't have a set on 3, it's going to be relatively easily for me to win this, because all I have to do is finish off the green player for his 4 cards. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. And then take some of blue along the way. So then I can take out blue next. Turn in my set and then finish taking him out. I have more than enough time to do this. And since I still had some time remaining, I used the rest of this time to attack the orange player, so that I'm not wasting my time by not capturing as many territories as I could. Alright, so now it's just this bot, and I can finish it off as well. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.